Shalom, brothers and sisters.
Shalom, everybody.
Ever wondered why Yom Kippurim, the Day of Covering, the Day of Atonement, is before Sukkoth?
Yes, I do wonder.
It's to prepare you so Elohim could dwell with you. Right? So in other words,
cover you.
He could cover you. Right. And so he is our Sukkoth.
Yes.
Right?
He's our covering. He's our tabernacle.
It's our tabernacle. And he's cleansed us so he could tabernacle inside our tabernacles, which we are the tabernacle of Elohim.
It reminds me of what we read last night, where they put the garments on the donkey that Yahushua he stands on, or he sits on.
Yep.
As he comes into the gates. And what you said was that he like puts on the way he enters the world is like putting on our garments now.
Yeah.
And so like he's tabernacling in us. He's putting on
that's really cool. Yeah, because in Luke we were reading, like they found a donkey that no man has ridden on, right? And then what the disciples did is put their garments on the donkey, and then the people were throwing their garments on the ground as he was walking into
the city.
The city, yeah.
Jerusalem.
Yeah. So nowadays, that he is using our garments to come into this world.
Exactly. Right? That's a very powerful thing.
Mm-hmm.
He's in us.
Yeah. And another thing I was thinking is about all the knowledge we have. All the knowledge that we have and how easily pride could take over. Because, we have preconceived ideas that hold us back from obtaining more revelation sometimes. Bernie?
Yeah, we could get all the knowledge, and again, if we're not living it out, it's all vanity. And the more knowledge you get, you start putting yourself on a pedestal, and I think it's like what happened to the scribes and Pharisees, maybe, where they stopped caring about the people and just cared about knowing Elohim more. But to know Elohim more is about caring for your neighbors. It's one and the same. It's not just one or the other.
Right. Yeah, like pronouncing his name is wonderful, but the people that are burning incense to other Elohims, like in Jeremiah 44, that's it. Kind of like not just praying to other Elohim, but doing things for other Elohims instead of doing things for our Elohim. Then we're burning incense because we're serving other Elohims. Is that not right?
I think you just said the same thing over and over.
Over and over. Well, in different ways. So,
Okay, don't do that. But I guess what you're trying to say is that they actually rejected Elohim because when judgment from Elohim came, they thought to themselves, judgment comes on them because when things were going well, they started doing pagan worship, right?
Right. So then they attributed that to the pagans.
Exactly. And so then when the judgment comes, as the prophets are declaring,
they attribute that to Elohim.
It's like, well, yeah. And so let's go back.
So it's backwards.
Yeah.
We should attribute the judgment to the pagans and to the false idols, and attribute the goodness to Elohim.
That's right.
So, anything else?
No.
Well, let's read the Psalms. I'm coming. Flipping through the scriptures. It's a beautiful thing. Psalms 80. Oh my goodness, Psalms 80. So we want to return. We want Yahuwah to return and to favor us, so that we, if He shines His face on us, is for other people to see and be drawn to Yahuwah's light. That's the point of that. The Aaronic blessing. So I'm just gonna read. Give your feared.
Shepherd.
Oh, shepherd. I'm so sorry. Give ear, oh, shepherd of Israel. This is our prayer. Who leads Joseph like a flock, who dwells between the cherubim. Shine forth before Ephraim, Benjamin, and Manasseh. You want to talk about that one, huh? Stir up your might and come and save us. Cause us to turn back, O Elohim, and cause your face to shine, that we might be saved. O Yahuwah, Elohim of hosts, how long shall you be wroth against the prayer of your people? You have caused them to eat the bread of tears, and have caused them to drink with tears a third time. You have made us a strife to our neighbors, and our enemies laugh among themselves. Turn us back, O Elohim of hosts, and cause your face to shine, that we might be saved. You brought a vine out of Mitzrayim. You drove out the nations and planted it. You cleared a place for it and caused it to take deep root, and it filled the land. Yeah. Number 10.
Hills were covered with its shadow, and the mighty cedars with its twigs. She spread her branches to the sea, and her shoots to the river. Why have you broken down her hedges, so that every passerby plucked her fruit? The boar out of the forest ravages it, and the wild beast of the field devours it. Return, we beg you, O Elohim of hosts. Look down from the Shamayim and see, and visit this vine, and the stock which your right hand has planted.
Bam.
The bane whom you made strong for yourself. It is burned with fire, it is cut down. They perish at the rebuke of your face. Let your hand be upon the one at your right hand, upon the bane of Adam, whom you made strong for yourself, and we shall not backslide from you. Revive us, and let us call upon your name. Turn us back, O Yahuwah, Elohim of hosts, and cause your face to shine, that we might be saved.
Whoa! Amazing, amazing Psalms. So right here, we were talking about it yesterday, and where it says, before Ephraim, Benjamin, and Manasseh, stir up your might, and come and save us. And you said that a meaning, one of the a revelation that comes from it is that the people that were in the southern part of Israel, in the northern part of Israel, and outside of Israel.
Right. So
right.
Ephraim is the northern part. Benjamin dwelt with Judah in the southern part. Yeah. And Manasseh actually dwelt half of Manasseh outside of Israel on the other side of the Jordan, and which does become Israel, but on the outside of the Promised Land, and half on the inside. And so it's a very interesting thing. It's like encapsulating all these different areas that you could actually, that became what we know as Israel and the Gentiles. Yeah,
and and then number 12, I was saying that because it says, why have you broken down her hedges so that every passerby pluck her fruit? Like, I think Yahuwah broke down our hedges so that we could disperse into the whole wide world, and we could so once we're dispersed, when we come back, we are a light to others so that they could come into the faith and come back and become Israel.
So we see the concept of
exile.
We see the concept that the firstborn no longer becomes the inheritor; it becomes
these are patterns.
The secondborn, right? And we see that with Jacob and Esau, Isaac and Ishmael. If you want, Reuben loses his firstborn privileges to Joseph. Even Joseph, you have Manasseh and Ephraim. Ephraim is the younger, and he gets the blessing, the bigger blessing. And so we see the concept. And again, Mashiach and
Adam.
So in Adam, Mashiach is the last Adam, and then Israel is considered the firstborn of of Elohim as well.
Woo!
As a nation, and then the ecclesia, right, the assembly, the called out ones after the coming Mashiach are the ones that inherit, right?
Yeah.
And so we see that he has to destroy the firstborn, Israel, to allow the secondborn or the lastborn.
And that also signifies that our flesh, because our flesh does not inherit.
Yes.
So it's our spirit, or
born
ruach.
again.
Yeah. So once we're born again, slowly but surely, then we'll be. I always like that, like seeds. I love planting seeds, and it's like that shell dies and it gives forth what's in it, and that's like us. What our bodies, they get planted, and our spirit is the flower and the fruit that comes out of it, And I love that. I love it.
Yeah, the firstborn has to die, and the secondborn is the one that produces the fruit. That's good.
Oh, so we're just so grateful for Sukkoth. Today we're gonna go meet with brothers and sisters in the faith, and it's gonna be a blessing. And Yahushua HaMashiach.
Nashi was looking for you.
Shalom.
Shalom.